Guys, I'm Jason Creel and this is the Lawn Care Life. You'll look behind me and you may think, well, that's kind of an imperfect Bermuda lawn, but I'm going to show you in this video what it looked like 2 months ago. And if you saw the thumbnail, those are actual pictures of the grass that's behind me. April the 26th was the first picture, and June the 26th is the second picture, and that is the day that I'm recording this. So I want to show you what the lawn looks like and show you what it did look like, talk to you about the process. Some of that's followed the channel in the past have been following my project here, getting this to fill in, but I'll catch you up to speed if you're new to the channel. I'm pretty sure we're not allowed to burn it in this situation. And you're gonna pick up some road noise. I'm gonna try to plant some trees, to sort of evergreen trees, both for sight, privacy, and also to help with the noise coming off of the road that's back here. So if you hear some background noise, that's what that's for. It's been one of those kind of days. I've been out here working in the yard, mowing, doing a lot of trimming, and got into the yellow jacket nest, and they got me 3 times, so that wasn't a positive done. But anyway, got the property cleaned up, and I want to show you around a little bit, and also I want to show you mostly the thumbnail picture you saw where my Bermuda grass is really starting to take off and fill in, and what has been a lengthy project, but I'm going to talk to you about it, show you some old clips of what it used to look like, and I see, hopefully you can take some encouragement from it if you are trying to grow grass at your own house. Tell you what we'll do, I'm in the old golf cart, so pardon me, or it might be a slight bumpy ride. I'll do the best I can, and showing you the property, and you can see how the grass is filling in. Like I said, I'm going to show you some old clips. Got a few things going on the creek here. I was out here doing a lot of weed eating today, trying to get it looking halfway presentable. This is my little shade garden I tried to put together: oak leaf hydrangeas, hospital, elephant ears, helleborus, strawberry begonias. You get over here to the creek, this is where the yellow jackets absolutely lit me up today. So I was trying to get the banks cleared up where it doesn't look so nasty. It was a bit overgrown, just to be honest with you. And I do want to show you a little bit of my St. Augustine. Now, you know, this is mostly Bermuda, what I'm growing here. I'm going to talk to you about that as I grew this in from scratch. So there it is. This is going to be my driving range. Hopefully I got about 100 yards, and I can come out here with my kids and hit golf balls. So of course, you know, for a grown up, that's like a pitching wedge, but this was a complete jungle. You could barely walk through it. It was so overgrown. You see here on the back of my property, I've got, these are the green giant arborvitae. Now they've been in the ground maybe a year and a half. Fast forward about 10 years, I hope they'll be really tall and block out some of the noise from the interstate. Come over here, you got a fig tree, one of them. My golf flag without the flag on it. Hopefully gonna be my driving range workshop over there. And big oak tree, and getting everything cleared up. And then there's my house that's been being renovated for quite some time now, just to be honest with you. But anyway, we're gonna talk about the grass. I want to show you around a little bit more of the property for somebody that follows the channel. I like keeping up with how the property is progressing. Here's the St. Augustine. So I've got a couple more green giant arborvitaes over here, and I've got this little drainage ditch, and across that ditch it's a little shady, so I thought I'm going to put me some St. Augustine. Did the same thing. You can see the green patches there. I just threw out some patches of St. Augustine grass, and I've been watching it spread. So it's nice and green, and it is spreading. It's just going to take a while because I didn't buy that much, to be honest with you. I don't even think I bought a pallet. I think I bought like 50 pieces, and I just kind of put it in the shady areas of my yard. So it's looking halfway presentable. More St. Augustine over here. All right, riding around here. There's the old work truck. Creek, got it cleaned up, sort of. Trying to do some landscaping along the creek here, so to make it look nice and also to block out the weeds. And then here is my Zorozoia. Trying to keep it mowed about 3 inches. Looking halfway presentable. Got some azaleas along the creek. Got a finch feeder. Hopefully trying to get some goldfinches to show up. More pedlums. Oak leaf hydrangea. More lower pedlums. Got a little Jim magnolia we'll put in front of our house. Probably I just put it there to temporary holding spot. Rosa Sharon tree right there, shrub tree, I don't know. Got some corn, not doing so great. Anyway, just sort of showing you around the property. I've got about 4 acres, and it was a total redo. This was all wooded, overgrown with everything. Got a pomegranate tree, blackberries, Martin birdhouse, peach tree, another fig tree, 21 blueberry plants, a couple muscadine vines, and the house is a work in progress. These are some, what do you call those? Some type of cypress tree, I forget what you call it. That's one of those cherry trees that blooms pink. And you can see here, the front yard is mostly filled in with Bermuda grass. Still got some bald patches in some areas. That's where the septic tank went in, so that's going to be a little bit of process getting that to grow back. Water line, gas line. This is where all the field lines went. It's actually filled in pretty nicely. So there it is. Proud of keeping up this property. And I'm just again showing you around. Is these hills are not my favorite, so I had to get over here and weed eat this hill today. Got it done. I'm not gonna really say I enjoyed it, but I did get it done. And you get a little bit of trash in your yard, like somebody got their toenails painted and threw that in our yard. And of course the butterfly bush I stuck out here just to find a place to do with it. So there we go. There's the property. Give me a tour around, and hopefully we can learn something about the grass growing in the back. And I want to keep you up to date on how to keep this place looking decent. The grass you saw in the original pictures, and I'm going to show you the footage of us what we did. But last year, again, not ideal timing, I put out 2 pallets of sod. Now this is about 2 acres back here. I put 2 pallets over 2 acres. So, you know, not exactly sodding it solid. And I didn't even break it up, cut it up, or plug it or anything. I literally just took the sod and just threw the entire piece out here on the ground. Let me show you a clip of that. This is about 2 acres back here. I got 2 pallets for 2 acres. And we just randomly threw the squares out there. And then this year, well, it spread a little bit. Last year I had a hard time keeping it water. I did in the middle of summer. That wasn't great timing on my part. But anyway, yeah, most of it survived, and but it didn't spread a whole lot before the cool weather came. So that's fast forward to this year, to the April 26th photo. I knew that the grass, the Bermuda there, the 2 pallets had taken root, and I was thinking big things can happen this year. It's going to really spread and fill in, and I'm hoping to get full coverage. So I looked at it though, and it wasn't very flat. So that was with April 26th. We got a tractor out here and started dragging it, and then I got a box blade and tried to level it up best I could. And it's not perfectly level, but it's much better than it used to be. And on that day, I thought there's really not that much grass here, but I knew there was some grass. And I know it only takes a little bit of Bermuda grass to really fill it in. So this is, for those of you that are trying to fill in a large area of Bermuda grass, hopefully this will give you some positive encouragement. I'm gonna show you more of the lawn here in a minute. But it will spread if you can get it rooted. And then you start fertilizing. So I use a high nitrogen fertilizer, a 38-0-6 blend. So it's 38% nitrogen. And just to be honest, I put a pretty good bit on it. And so it's there. It's a slow release fertilizer, and it's starting to really pump out the growth now that the hot weather is here and we've had a good bit of rain. So as you walk over here, there's not near as much grass, but it is definitely spreading. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. Even like Even using like a plugger and just plugging a little bit, you get a little patch like that, look out, you start spreading and spreading, and it's just going on all over the place. So, you know, as I look at these big bare spots, I mean, I really feel like, what is it? It's June 26th. I think, you know, a couple months from now, this is going to be, hopefully, with weather, going to be close to 100% filled in. Now, I'm not, there's a little more bare spots over here. But again, the same thing is going on. Lots of spreading of the Bermuda grass. And I can't really water this much, just to be honest with you. So it's going to be relying on the rain. But with rain, I think we'll get this covered. What do you do in these situations? If you want to grow the grass, you got to get it rooted first. Okay, now I'm talking about specifically Bermuda grass. You can seed it, you can plug it, you can sod it. I just went throwing out the sod because it had the topsoil on. I thought it had a better chance of it surviving in the summertime. But whatever you can do to get it started, get it started. Once you get the Bermuda started, then it's rooted. Then it'll really take off in the summertime. That's why I like to try to get it rooted early as possible, because I know that, you know, June, July, August, September, those are great months for the Bermuda grass to grow. So if it's rooted in April or May, then boom, it's going to really take off in the summer. So and then put the high nitrogen fertilizer to it, water it, and I'm mowing it a lot. I'm mowing it 1.5 inches and just keeping it mowed. And there was a lot of sticks and rocks and all that. Honestly, I'm just mowing over all of it. Just every time I mow it, I feel it's getting a little better each time. Check back in. We'll keep checking on this. Hopefully in a couple months, I'll be able to show you an almost finished product back here. I'm not saying it's going to be perfect by the end of this growing season, but I think it's going to be pretty close. And I'm excited about it because it's been a lengthy project. So hopefully this gives you some encouragement if you're trying to grow in your own yard. Scratch. I'm Jason Creel. If you haven't subscribed, you want to keep up with videos like this or the other 600 lawn care videos on the channel, that I encourage you to subscribe. If you're in a lawn business or thinking about starting one, you can go over to lawncarelife.com. There's resources available for you there. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.